Does it bother you? You don't make money from this shit?
Well, you make money through your ventures, right?
Right. So yeah, I already have.
What ventures do you have right now?
Yeah, I can't tell everybody everything I do, but I have enough money forever. Like I'm at the point of money now where it really truly has no value. Everything in the world to me is free. And I grew up very, very poor, so I can still remember being poor. I grew up with nothing, truly. My family, my mother and father, they got divorced when we were in Indiana. My mother moved back to England. My father stayed in America. My father unfortunately died. My mother and my brother and my sister, we grew up in the free houses that the government give you, so the projects of England, in the town called Luton, which was voted the worst town in England with the highest crime rate, blah, blah, blah. Lived in a shit area, grew up with nothing. And I've done all of this completely myself. No financial help, never got a loan from a bank, a friend, nothing. Did all of it completely by myself. So I remember being broke. And I really, really am thankful for those poor days, because if it wasn't for the days being poor, being rich would suck.
100%.
Bro, it's fucking, it really ain't that cool. It's only cool because you can do shit and say, do you remember when we couldn't afford to do this?
Yeah.
Otherwise it's boring, right? So I'm at the point now where absolutely everything in the world is free. If a new car is launched and I see it, let's say it's a brand new Lamborghini, right? In fact, I did this yesterday. They're replacing the Aventador. There's a new Lamborghini. It's a it's hybrid. It's 1,000 horsepower. That's all I know. I saw an advert, a YouTube video on YouTube in the Explore page. I didn't even watch the video of the review of the upcoming car. I didn't even watch the 4-minute video. I just saw a new Lambo's coming, text my Lambo guy and said, I'll have one. I don't know how much it costs. I don't need to choose options because I tick every box. Every option, give me one. It'll come out the bank and I won't notice. It'll turn up. Everything's free. If I want a Lambo, it's free. If I want to do a jet, it's free. Give me a yacht, it's free. Besides mega yachts and mega mansions, literally everything on the planet is free.
What's your main public venture that you're doing right now that you could say?
Right, so I do a few things online. So I own some casinos.
I saw your website too. Yeah,
so I own some casinos in Romania. That's one of the first things I do.
Really?
But I don't want to talk about that in too much depth. But I own some casinos in Romania. I also have some more traditional wealth income methods. I've got a property portfolio across about 6 or 7 countries. I'm also an extremely capable individual. In fact, I wish I had my business card on me to give it to you. But I'm the guy that people can come to that can fix things. So I have a lot of people with a lot of money who will come to me and say, look, the war's going on. I need to get someone out of Russia into Europe. Or look, I got to move this money here. That in a very legal way, I know enough people to help do those things. So I can make a lot of money with that. Online, I have 2 serious ventures. One is Hustlers University and the other is the War Room.
What do you do on those?
Okay, so the War Room is kind of like the Illuminati, but cooler. The War Room is very difficult to explain, but it's a private network. It's a network in which you must compete for your place. When I was saying earlier on this podcast about living with competitive men, the War Room's the online version of that. So you have men, you join, you pay, you join. There's tasks, tests, things you must do to keep your place or you're booted.
Such as?
I can't tell you.
Oh, you can't say it's that private?
How much does it cost to join?
It's like $5,000. It's not that much. It's $5,000 to join. But you can get kicked at any moment without a refund. So the point is that it's constantly winners, right? The losers are always peeled off the bottom. So the winners get more and more competitive. So we're cycling into a group. So now we have a point where we have.
Does that relate to the TikTok fan page portfolio?
The War Room are involved in everything I do.
How many users are there?
We have over 2,000 members. Over 600 millionaires.
What about Hustlers?
And we have extremely important people inside of the War Room. You can go to the War Room. I go to the War Room for the problems no one else can fix. Like when the Ukraine war, when the war kicked off in Ukraine, and they closed the borders or the borders panicked, we had 7 War Room members of Ukraine. We got them all out in 24 hours. I don't know. We send in jets.
So the War Room helps you get shit done.
The War Room gets shit done globally. So that's what the War Room is. It's a network.
And you'll give them some kickback on shit if you get it or something?
Say again?
And you'll give them some kickback on money that you get or something like that?
Yeah, it's the War Room is a private network. That's the most I can say. Kind of imagine the Freemasons of old, but better. So when you first join the War Room, for the first 6 months inside, you're just going to be doing things like why. It's kind of like Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off. Why am I doing this? And then you're going to start to learn. Aha, this is useful.
I bet you a lot of people are too lazy to want to join.
The people who are too lazy to do the wax on.
Join,
the people who are too lazy to do the wax on, wax off are kicked.
How powerful is the network?